Howdy, this is Derek Henry with XLEV8 Consulting, and in this how-to video, we're going to talk about a macro called split and send report. Now within the add-in, there are many different ways to create a lot of data, to send a lot of that data with a list of emails and attachments and print to PDFs, all kinds of stuff like that. This particular macro is going to enable you to supply a data set, like a list of data that's split by department or location or store number or person or product number or whatever, and you can split that data by one of those fields, the unique values in that field, split it to different files and email those files to different people. So to show you what this looks like, let's get started here. The easiest way to run this is to use the macro search box. So we'll type in the word split, maybe some other little part of that, and it's going to create a couple of sheets. The first one is going to be filter email report and then filter email recipients. Now what you want to do is supply the email account you want to send from, the sheet name that'll have the data you want to split out, the field name that you want to then split it out on, and the unique values within that field. And then where do you want it to go? What folder do you want to save these split files to? Those four are required. Now the next three, the email subject that it's going to use, the body, and then the prefix it's going to put in the files it'll create, those are optional. You can supply those, or you can use the defaults that the add-in's going to use. And then in the recipients, what it's going to do is it's going to list out a unique list based on the sheet and the field you supply. What are the unique values in there? You just need to determine who you need to send to, right? And you can override the subject and email body if you want. So let's take a look at this as it is when it's filled in. You probably don't want me to watch me spend, a couple minutes doing that. So you can see we've got the email address here, we've got the sheet name, data export, we've got the field name, tab group, we've got the place we're going to put it, and then we have, I'm not really going to put anything here on the subject, body, etc. So one thing it's doing on the fly, it's doing validation, right? You kind of see that it's referencing the field right here and determining whether it's valid, like is this a valid folder to send from? Is this a sheet that exists in a file? Is this a valid email address that we have set up in Outlook? Is this a valid sheet? So what I've done is I've got this list over here, this sheet called data export. This is just a list of macros that are available in add-in. If you were to run the listing, this is what you'd see. Notice how it says tab group here. And we have these 9 unique values within that field. If we were to change this and make it subgroup, so let's see, make sure we spell it right. Yeah, subgroup right here. If we were to take that and paste it over here, okay, notice how on this second sheet, email recipients, right, it lists all the different values. Now I filled in the first 9 because I'm going to change it back, but on the fly it's doing validation. It's saying, some of the fields are required or something's not right. So if we change this back to group, that's the one we want to use for this example anyway. Notice how everything's valid. It's using this unique list based on what that field is that's supplied and based on what sheet name that you are going to use. Now let's see what the output looks like. Now I'm not going to run this because I don't want you to have to watch it. Sometimes it takes several seconds or even minutes depending on how many values you have, especially when you're recording a video like I'm doing right now. So let's see what the output looks like. Now I've copied all the emails that created based on running all these settings. Here's what the data looks like. It's literally going to split it out. So if we look at shared report 1 here and we'll look at one of the emails, it literally is going to split it out for you. Now because this is created in attachment email, it's going to do all the protected view stuff, so that's why it's taking just a moment here. But notice, tab group, this is all copy and paste. This is what we wanted, right? And then you can send it to different people. So if you wanted to see what that email looks like, copy and paste, this is the one right here. So if you supply a custom subject or a body or the field name itself, then it will use those. Otherwise, it's just going to say report data and then have the value with it. So maybe that's a store number, maybe that's something else. It's going to show the person sending from, sending to. I just send it to myself, so that's kind of boring. And here's that file we just opened. Now, if you're using the to, or if you're using the CC or BCC, it's going to put it in whatever place makes sense. I think BCC it actually uses to, but here we just put it in a CC field. So if you want to put maybe somebody and then their manager in the CC field or whatever, it gives you the options to do that. But that is the gist of this. It's to take a file, split it up, send it to the people that you care about, maybe as a reminder that, hey, this is what we got to get done today. This is a really efficient way to do that. So hope you find that helpful. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.